When I heard about this trade, I was shocked because the Knicks gave away 2 pieces that they could have used for Donovan Mitchell or Karl Anthony Towns. But they have been going after OG Anunoby for the last 2 seasons. Maybe because he fits Thibodeau's offense or defense, and maybe they can make him a better offensive player. Maybe they can run the offense through him when Randall is gone. Maybe he's a second option behind Jalen Brunson if they decide to move Randall. But here's the problem, and this is why I think the Knicks made this trade. Their defense in the last 2 weeks since Mitchell Robinson's injury has been absolutely disgusting. It's been horrible. In every single one of those games, they've given over 100 points. A team that was one of the top 4 defenses in the league when Mitchell Robinson was healthy. For all those people that say, get rid of Mitchell Robinson, trade Mitchell Robinson, now you see what Mitchell Robinson provides to that Knicks defense when he's in the lineup. And the problem is with the Knicks, their perimeter defense. Jalen Brunson is not a great defender. And we thought Quentin Grimes was going to be a great player. He's not developing. Immanuel Quickley started to develop, but his defense has gotten worse from last year. It's not the same defense. And RJ Barrett, I love RJ. And I think he was developing into a really good player. But he was inconsistent. He was never consistent. He gets healthy, he starts to play well, and then he gets hurt. And then he's out a significant amount of time. He comes back, and he's flat for 4 weeks. And he can't do anything. And then he falls out of the good graces of Tom Thibodeau, and then he's sitting there and he's riding the bench. This is a problem. OG Anunoby is going to go out there. He's going to play great defense. He's going to give you 110% on the defensive side of the ball. He's going to give you consistent 15, 17 points. He's going to give you a consistent 5 rebounds a game. He's going to steal the ball. He's going to put pressure on the best point guard or the best shooting guard on every other team, and he's going to make your defense look better than it is. His mindset is defense, and Tom Thibodeau's mindset is defense. And if he could play all-out defense and give the Knicks something that the Knicks haven't had in a very long time, what has been the Knicks' problem over the last couple of years is finding a top-end perimeter defender. That's why they've been going after Anunoby for the last couple of years. The problem is at the time, the Raptors were still a borderline playoff team. They're looking to rebuild now. So after they lost Van Fleet, they knew that they were going to probably have to start to rebuild. They bring in RJ Barrett. He's a Toronto native. He's a Canadian. I've been hearing that they're interested in Wiggins, another Toronto native. Maybe they're bringing some of their guys over there and trying to rebuild around those players. Siakam is the big name. And Siakam is another guy that the Knicks are interested in. Now, I don't know what the Knicks are going to trade. They do have a significant amount of first-round draft picks. Next year, I think they have 4 or 5 second-round draft picks. They just gave up one of them to a Raptor team that a lot of people thought they could have gotten a first-round draft pick because it was really RJ Barrett for OG because Immanuel Quickley is going to leave next year. He is a free agent. He's going to want a big contract. He's not going to re-sign with Toronto. And if you look at what the Knicks got, Precious Achiuwa, he adds the defensive side of the ball that the Knicks have missed since they lost Mitchell Robinson. So they're getting a big man that can play defense. He's a good inside on the block defender. And then they added Malachi Flynn, who's a good backup point guard. He's not an elite backup point guard, but he's a good backup point guard until the Knicks decide what they're going to do at the trade deadline. Are they going to add another big name, another guard, a.k.a. Donovan Mitchell, which a lot of people after the trade said that Donovan Mitchell was going to reach out to Cleveland and say he wants out of Cleveland. Then you're hearing Miami's interested in him. Now you're hearing the Nets are interested in him. We all know where he wants to be. He wants to be in Madison Square Garden. He wants to play with Jalen Brunson. He wants to play with this team. He grew up a Knicks fan. So I believe this move was set up to add another player that they're going to move forward with at the trade deadline that could change their roster for better.
Right, especially if he does take a pay cut, if he doesn't have to get that third max contract.
They saved $10 million trading RJ Barrett. And that's why they signed McBride after that. Right. They gave McBride $13 million. They want their second team to be all defense. Hart, McBride, you could put OG out there on the second
Flynn
team.
Was a good perimeter
Flynn,
defender.
you have a good secondary defensive roster. And then if Mitchell Robinson somehow comes back in the playoffs, which I believe he will, if the Knicks go far in the playoffs, if they go to the Eastern Conference Finals or they go into the semis, he had ankle surgery. It was a significant ankle injury. Usually it's like 5 to 6 weeks with an ankle surgery that he got, but they went in there, it was a lot more problems with the ankle. The Knicks are in the Eastern Conference Finals or they're in the semis. That's a significant amount of time. That's like 3-4 months down the road. Maybe Mitchell Robinson will be ready, and then you have an additional defensive weapon that you didn't have for the whole second half of the season.